it's gonna stay up like that, and then they don't continue, and then they take a break, or they, they get fake deep.
Well, I can attest to this because shit like this. Yo, we live, by the way. It's your boy Zo the Session Podcast.
Yeah.
We got my boy Holt in the building, man. We was just over here chopping it
Friendship.
up. I'm like, fuck it, we might as well get on it now.
Right.
We off the Harold's and the Julio, so we good now. Yeah. But no, I think a lot of niggas too, though, run into roadblocks with like consistency and shit like that. Because of the niggas they be fucking with, like low key, like when you doing shit like this, like sometimes you can't do everything by yourself. Like if you want to do it right, you got people who are great at engineering, people who are great at videography, people who are great at editing. You might have a video nigga who great at shooting videos, but he can't edit.
Right.
So sometimes you got to run into things like that, and a lot of times too, like the consistency and stuff stops not because somebody don't want to, because they don't have the access to the right people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To do it, like the most motivated people to do it. You feel me?
Well, this is what I've seen in my life is that there's a certain type of drive that you have to have for success, and you have to have humility. You have to understand.
Close that window for me, son.
You have to understand that you aren't good at everything.
Yeah.
And like, cause with a lot of artists or just a lot of like creatives, because you have to have that will to get it done. Mm-hmm. That a lot of guys, we learn everything. Because, like, majority of my, like, talents or things that I know how to do were out of necessity. I learned how to play guitar because my guitar player moved and I didn't have, a backup. So I learned how to play piano. I learned how to edit because I needed to get this video done and turned into the label before this person that I had shooting. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of things be necessity, but then there's this, like, cross line where people go, well, you know how to do everything. It's like, no. I don't want to do everything.
Exactly.
And you can do it better than me, nigga. Help me.
Help me, nigga.
I'm doing it because I have to. It's like a nigga driving in a car seeing you running real fast. Like, when you gonna get there? It's like, nigga, I want to ride in the car.
I don't want to be running, my nigga. I'm tired.
It's like, I always use the analogy of like an artist who's trying to make it is always swimming. And then some people get on, they get popping, so they get on the boat, and then they watching you. You like, nigga, pull me up. Yeah. And then a lot of people, they just get tired of swimming and they give up.
Nah, word.
I've been swimming, bro. I'm turning this.
Yeah, nigga, this shit is a real marathon.
Like, they're like, this nigga's still in the water. I'm like, ah!
Nah, for real. Like, niggas don't understand that. Like, and even when you go into work with people, like you say, it's hard for people to realize, like, you want to put trust in somebody who's great at something.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to work with you. Like, a lot of people run into a problem where I guess they feel like egos and shit get in the way. But it's like, why are egos getting in the way if, like, we're all good at one thing? Everybody just focus on their one thing.
I'll tell you why egos get in the way. Because most people, it's like this. Everyone starts at the same space. Everyone goes to school. Everyone goes to college or whatever the fuck. Everyone goes through the system of go to school, this is good or this is bad. Grade good, grade bad. Mm-hmm. And then when you find something that's uniquely to you, something that you specifically are good at that makes you unique outside of everyone you know, and you go out into the world with it, of course, you feel like an expert in your thing, right? Mm-hmm. Now, the dumb part is that you think that you're better than someone or that you're more, that you're more deserving than someone, and that's when the ego hits. Because I understand from the left side, it's like, all right, somebody who don't know what the fuck they talking about trying to tell me what I'm doing is irritating. So my ego would be like, fam, I've been doing this 10 years. You ain't never done it in your life. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. But then on the flip of that, thinking, because I've done this for 10 years, that I know everything and that I'm better than everybody. So there's a balance you have to find. Yeah. But it's irritating to, deal with people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Mm. But it's also dangerous to act like you know everything. Yeah. And so it's hard, bro. But the number one thing is, from a business standpoint, you can't be in any type of emotional. It's like, it's always focused on the thing. It's not about you. And that's where you check the ego. It's like, I have an ego because I know how to do the thing. Yeah. But the thing is what matters, not me.
Not me.
Exactly.
Not my personal.
So you can eat it and just make it happen. And that way people respect the work you did and they respect you. You can get your knowledge out in what you do and what makes you great, by showing the work.
Yeah.
Not arguing with niggas telling them who's better and what's not.
Yeah.
So many times I'll run into a situation where somebody thinks they know. People do this a lot. They'll look at you doing this. They'll see the board. Okay, road. They'll see the mics. And okay, go buy all the same shit and think they just going to do what you do.
I've had niggas actually do that.
But guess what? What happens?
Yeah.
They don't understand the amount of work. But there's nothing you can say to them that'll get them to understand that. You got to let niggas fall on their face. So all the time, somebody will be like, you should do this. I'll be like, you know what? You do it and show me.
And show me it works for you.
And guess what? Sometimes it might work.
And sometimes
I might learn.
Yeah. Because the thing is that people can't, like you even talking about, like say you were doing something for 10 years. It's the experience, like part of it is that someone might be telling you to do something, but it might be like, I've already ran into that roadblock.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go that way anymore.
Nah.
Or like, you don't understand where that might lead to because I've seen it happen and like, I don't want to go that way. So, the thing is like, my number one rule with like taking advice, and we were just talking about this, is that I don't want to take advice from anybody who's not
successful. More
successful than me in general. But you have to actually be successful in the advice you're giving me.
Yes.
So if you're telling me some shit about real estate, own at least 5 fucking plus properties, my nigga. Like, do you own multiple properties? All right, why are you trying to tell me about real estate?
Or did you go to prison for it because you fucked up and now you got a lesson to tell me on what not to do? You know what I'm saying?
As you watch a documentary and it sound great, so now you know what the fuck to do and what not to do. Like, tell me something good, but be good at what you're doing, like successful in it. And then I'm all ears.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I think everyone's living the life that they want to live. You know what I'm saying? You can look at it in a negative or a positive, but at the end of the day, like the more successful someone is, actually the less they talk.
Mm-hmm.
I learned very hard, and I'm sure somebody watching now. I smoke. I learned so I'm sure somebody watching this is gonna be like, motherfucker, you talk all day. But I learned, like, if I'm in a setting with people who are more successful than me, I ask questions. I sit there and I shut my ass up and I listen to the room. I don't just listen to what they're saying. I listen to everything, their body language, their actions, how they interact with each other. Like, I go in the rooms where people are like multimillionaires and there's no about them and there's no negativeness.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, people be like, oh man, my motherfucking house finna da-da-da-da, these people bogus as hell. There's none of that talk. It's just like, what are you working on? What are you doing? Oh, that's great. Even if nothing comes out of it, there's just a moving forward conversation. And when you hear somebody, for the multimillionaires, as soon as they hear somebody be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying, shit kind of hard. Whereas that person thinks they're confiding or like having a similar feeling with someone, they hear, oh shit, this motherfucker finna ask me for some money, right? So I watched you like tune out.
No, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Like,
I don't want to fucking hear your hardships, pal. We all got them.
Yeah, bro.
We all fucking got them.
Exactly.
All right, just because I'm successful doesn't mean I'm gonna like give you some fucking booster.
And success.
I'm sorry.
Success is literally subjective, right?
Yeah. To
somebody who wants a Ferrari, you having a Ferrari is crazy. But if you want 2 Rolls Royces, you ain't there yet.
Yeah.
And so it's like, like to the person who has a Bentley but wants a boat, he's not successful yet.
Yeah.
So it's like, and like that, we can talk about material.
There's levels to it. I get what you're saying. It's levels to the mindset.
Real success is, can you wake up every day and do what you like to do? And are you happy doing that? Are you happy with the people in the environment around you? If you have that and you can eat every day, that's what success is. So everybody's success is different. There's motherfuckers who worked for Walgreens for 15 years, got sitting on $100,000 and saved money. That are chilling. Right?
That are chilling.
But it's like I said, it's all.
I think it's important to not you can't measure success like in any specific way because there's so many different ways to being successful and there's so many different ways of doing it. Like there's someone who could probably play video games for 2 hours and makes $2 million. Where there's someone who, I don't know, he has to go to practice for 5 hours a day and do some endorsement meetings and things like that just to make that same amount of money. So like you can't really necessarily nowadays you can't overly measure success in one specific way other than consistency.
Yeah.
In my eyes, I think consistency is one of those ways. It's like if you're not consistent, you're not really
1,000%.
you know.
Like,
But there's
no
so many
matter-
different ways to get it now.
No matter what you do, if you love doing that thing, if you do it long enough, even if you don't become great at it, you'll come up with your own style of it.
Facts.
Right? It's like a tattoo artist who draws the same type of tattoo every day. Eventually, they're going to be so dialed in on that style
100%.
that they come up with their own shit, even if it's not technically what's the coolest or what's the best. You know what I mean?
But it's
like,
that person's style,
Yeah.
which then accrues value.
Exactly.
Like
Well-
that oddly accrues value. Because if you're the only one, like you're talking about tattoos, because I got a bunch of tattoos, you got a bunch of tattoos.
Me?
So it's like,
Nah.
so it's like if you know that this is one person can only do this tattoo, like this one
Yeah.
person, he can only
It's
do this
only
style.
they
There
style.
hasn't been anyone to be able to replicate this style. He's the only one who knows the sauce behind making this shade.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
Like that eventually, and you can do some good art with that. You can make a lot of value.
Well, I'll put it like this. Guitar Center, right?
Mm-hmm.
I play guitar.
Okay.
There's a nigga that works at Guitar Center right now that
Mhm.
can outplay me with his eyes closed, right? He
Mhm.
can play Metallica, all of that shit, right? But that nigga works at Guitar Center because he can't fucking write a song to save his fucking life.
Yeah.
He can play. His
Yeah.
skill set is great, but the idea is what matters.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, okay, skill set 100% matters. But the difference is I can hire the nigga with the skill set.
Yeah.
The idea is what he's got to play. And I have the idea.
Yeah.
James Brown couldn't play none of that shit, but he wrote every
He could-
part
yeah.
of every song. Like, all right, the horns go like this. Bap, 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 bap.
Yeah.
He composed it.
Mm.
And the idea is what matters. And that's the difference. It's like, I don't give a fuck how good of a guitar I can play. I can play,
Yeah.
but when I pick up the guitar, I can play my songs that
Yeah.
I
You
invented.
can play in a way that
you
people are
gonna
gonna
have to
want to.
learn. Exactly.
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
And that's the difference. I can
Yeah.
sell my songs. You can play Metallica. Those ain't yours, my nigga.
Yeah.
And now you are great at playing
Play
other
your
people's
own
shit.
song. Exactly. Play your own song.
You give
Like,
me a
you
guitar and
can't-
tell me play Metallica, it's not happening.
Right.
You tell me play my song, I'm ripping that shit.
Right.
And that's the point. And it's like I've put my energy towards my shit.
Yeah.
Whereas these motherfuckers, like, it's good. Like if you could do both, if you can learn the skill, like if I became super amazing at guitar,
Of course, it only helps.
it only helps.
Yeah, it only
But-
helps.
But what's the point?
Yeah.
The point is the idea.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah. It's to help with the main goal. The guitar's a piece
It's
to the
exactly.
puzzle. Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize, that every day, even just moving around as an everyday, is that you are now in the era where you yourself are a brand.
Yeah.
The minute you hit social media, the minute you do anything, you are now your own brand.
Yeah.
And everything you do, everything you say is a part of your brand. And doing things just even consistently is just being who you are.
Yeah.
Is a part of that. Like, people won't buy into you if you aren't genuine, if you aren't yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
You can get away with shit a little bit at a point, but at a point, the longer you're behind the screen, the more they're gonna know who you actually are, and you can't hide your true self. And I think from a branding standpoint, as an artist, it's like find the things that you love that are unique to you and put those on the internet. Like,
Yeah.
it's not about you. Nobody gives a fuck about what I ate yesterday. They give a fuck about the art or the creations that I
Yeah.
design or I make. And like, as long as you know that shit, you'll have some form of success. As long as you know it's not about you. I see a lot of artists that are on TikTok or on whatever, and they're just talking about how they feel about whatever. And it's like, it's too self-serving, where you're like, it's a selfish thing to say, I don't like this because this is whack, or I hate cloudy days, whatever. Like, you might be able to, relate to some people, but in general, people are watching you because they want to see what the fuck you're gonna do. What are you making? What are you creating? Like, why am I watching this? I agree. It sucks when it's a cloudy day. Now what?
yeah.
But if I say, so when I make anything on the internet, it's more like, does this look cool? Look at this cool thing.
Yeah.
Look at the way I twisted the video.
Uh-huh.
Look at the, you know what I mean? I want to show the shit that I'm like, wow, that looks cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's what I want to talk to you about too, though. Since we're already on the topic of your video, you come up with some creative videos, and not even just the videos, just like the B-roll for like your promos,
Yeah.
and shit like that. Are you the director for most of like all this shit? Like, do you come up with the ideas for this?
100%.
Yeah,
It'll be me, the lights in my crib,
man.
and I'll have my girl like hit the record
Oh,
button
word.
or whatever. But it's like, yeah, I come up. In a sense, I started in the business as a creative director.
Okay.
And I just started creative directing for myself.
Right.
So all the shit that I would do for other artists, I do for myself now.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, all those things you see are just, I'll literally come up with, like, did you see the one with the promo where I was like blowing the fire?
With the aerosol can or whatever.
I literally came up with that shit on the couch, got up, shot it, edited it, and put it up. And like,
see, that's what people don't understand is the idea is so much more valuable because you're not a videographer. But you had such a great idea on how you wanted to do it that knowing how to play the guitar was just the extra piece to getting the shit
and
done.
That's what I was about to say. The idea of that video was there.
Yeah.
And then the skill set in the timing and the having so much experience shooting for other people and shooting for myself, that's why I was able to execute it alone. It wasn't that I had the idea and I just shot it. It's like, no, it's because I learned over 10 years camera angles, lighting. I learned how to, I know 60 frames is this, 24 frames is I
over
did
10 years.
Exactly. And I've developed my skill set of being able to shoot, direct, and create projects. Right? Like, and that's my thing. So it's like what you see is there was a great analogy. Like they said, what was it? A guy hired a plumber to come fix his thing because his thing wasn't working. And the plumber comes in and he listens to the thing and he hits it and then it starts working. And he says, that'll be $1,000. And he's like, what the fuck? I paid you $1,000 to come over here and just hit the thing? He's like, no, you paid me $1,000
to fix your pipe.
Because because all of this years, I know exactly where to hit it because I've done it so many times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you would know. You can come bang this motherfucker all day.
You're right. I know it's my
come
experience.
Fuck your own shit up, pal, if you want to. Or you could pay me that money to hit it one time in the right spot.
But
facts.
You know what I'm saying? The lesson there is that when somebody is fantastically good at something or somebody has 20 years of experience doing something, it looks easy when he does it because he's done it so many times.
That's the thing. It fucking looks, it's like LeBron James.
Yeah, it looks
fucking looks easy. But this motherfucker shot more basketballs than anybody in the history of the planet.
And to not respect that part is what's annoying. Like I just feel like with everyone being able to have their own television show, Instagram, everyone can look up. I mean, and it's good because you can go to TikTok, you go to YouTube, and you can learn how to do any and everything. But it doesn't take away from the fact that the guy who's done it 20 times more than you, that he knows something, or just there's so much unexplainable effort that goes into a skill set. Yeah. So it's like
unexplainable effort. That's the shit you can't put on the stat sheet. The unexplainable tips, the tricks, the nuances, the styles.
There might be a certain way that you put the volumes on this that make it sound just right.
Just the way I need it.
Teach that.
Exactly. Because you saw me just hit everything, boom, 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 boom. And it was just like, obviously been doing this shit for a fucking while now.
Yeah.
But so you've been on tour.
Yes. Tour was
how was tour? How's tour been going?
Tour was fire, bro. Yeah. Like I went on tour with one of my favorite bands. My favorite band.
Okay.
Right, that I love. Personally favorite band that I used to they came out in like 2000, right before I even blew up. I used to listen to this band every day.
Okay.
Every day. I was a huge fan. I just saw them at Pitchfork a long time ago and was just like blown away, and like their music matched my energy. So I was just like obsessively listening to this album every day, right? A few years later, I meet one of the guys in the band. I'm a fucking huge fan and shit. So but we're both playing Lollapalooza. So I'm like, oh, this is lit. Right? So it's kind of an equal.
Yeah.
But I was still like, oh shit, what the
right,
fuck?
Because you a fan. No,
and by chance, thank God, he was cool as fuck. Right away. You know what I'm saying?
Don't that shit be the best?
It'd be
when
the
you
best.
meet somebody you were like,
that I love,
and they be like, they be actually cool motherfuckers.
You know what I mean? Cool. I don't mean like he was polite and nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I talked to him for 5 minutes and then it turned into 2 hours because we're just standing there chopping it up. And I'm like, this is like the best case scenario of anything. It's like Michael Jordan just being like talking to you for 2 hours about everything.
You just start
like,
shooting hoops with your just
yeah,
pray.
that's what happened. And I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This my nigga. And I just became, we became very close friends. And I was like, and even still, you know, and I actually want to say something about this, but even though me and him became really good friends, I didn't expect a working relationship. I just was like, this nigga cool and we're friends.
Right.
And, you know, if he has playing in the city, I can go see the show.
Yeah.
But
shit.
you don't, you know.
Relationship. Just vibes and shit. Yeah.
And, you know, thank God he was a fan of my music too, and we were able. They offered me the tour, and I was able to go out. And we just got off. We did 11 shows on the East Coast, and it was incredible, bro. We got more shows coming up, but I can't announce them yet. But like, it was dope every single night. And this is the band's called Death from Above,
right?
And they took us out, and it was fucking phenomenal. It was the best tour ever. We just played every night to giant crowds, and their fans were super supportive and appreciative. It wasn't like I went out thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to try to win these motherfuckers over.
Right.
Bro, first song, Scream.
They were amped,
and
ready.
I was like,
that's lit.
Fucking
Yeah,
bro. And then they were appreciative, and it was just like a synergy on the stage.
That's
so
fire.
It was just like a phenomenal tour. And yeah, we just got off, and I just did my album release show like a week or so ago. And yeah, it's just the energy has been nonstop. But the difference is, I've been performing on stage since 2006.
Right.
So
you're ready to rock a show.
Yeah. There's no,
you're ready to rock a show.
What are we going to do? There's no fake deep. There's no lemon and honey and all. I jump on stage and I jump off the bridge. And so everything is dialed in. So it makes it a lot easier because the focus is not me.
And that's probably why there was a great synergy with the crowd. Look, people who go to shows hate people who can't perform.
Bro,
I don't think people understand that. Like, I know me personally, I'll be the first one to be like, yo, this motherfucker can't perform. He's a great artist, but he can't perform.
The worst thing you can do as an artist when you're performing, this is a gem, I'm trying to give it to you.
Drop it.
Shut the fuck up about the sound. Don't complain about the sound. When you're on stage, once the show starts, the show is on. You don't watch a movie and then they go, oh, stop. I can't hear myself. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's what sound check is for.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse. People are coming to be entertained by you, not watch you work out your problems on stage. So when you see somebody on the stage and they're performing, they're like, yo, sound man, turn it up. Yo, man, I can't hear myself.
Yeah.
Put my monitor.
You're disengaging the fans.
They're just like, oh, so we're supposed to wait till you're fucking ready? Like, dog, play the song.
Yeah.
And so my thing is like, yo, perform. Like, I don't give a fuck how good or bad the sound or the lighting or whatever it is. Once we hit start on the show, it's showtime.
It's live.
And I'm performing. I'll talk about it later. But on stage, all you're going to see is this nigga's going nuts.
Yeah, but that's what comes a part of the artistry is like rolling with the fucking punches.
You have
because
to, bro.
The fans, bro, say there is no fucking sound.
Yeah.
And you just started performing a cappella. That
Run it
shit
up.
might be 10 times harder with the fans.
If you are an artist, you make it work. I have turned so many mistakes into a funny or entertaining moment and shit. Like my brother is my DJ, right? And it was my fault. I told him to skip one of the songs, which kind of threw off the rhythm of the set list. Yeah. And then so he started one of the songs wrong. I'm like, da. And instead of me being like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, Sorry, y'all. He's my brother. I can't fire him because my mom will be mad. Everybody,
Right. You made the best at right.
But it was dope, and I'm glad it happened instead of it just being smooth.
Yeah.
It's just like you want to have these like moments where you connect with the crowd and shit. So for me, it's like having that experience performing. I've done like I can't even count the amount of shows that I've done in my life where it's so dialed in. Like it's like fucking going to work for me.
Yeah.
I could jump on stage at this moment and rock a show like I practiced it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like just these little tips and tricks and stuff. Like I said, like we said, like there's unexplainable work that goes behind it. Like there's all these tricks like never turn your back on the crowd.
Right.
Never fucking perform when you're on the same level as them. Always be elevated. Even if you got to perform on a chair, there needs to be a
someone
distance.
so they can see you.
Well, they also it's weird if I'm standing like this singing a song to you, nigga. It's like you need some sort of distance from the crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like it's just little tricks and shit. I forgot the fuck I was talking about.
Oh, we were talking. That's good. Hold on.
It's good. I'm high. High, nigga.
You want to crack that window a little?
Can you pull me up, sweetheart, baby?
Can we get a little more porridge? No, just crack.
Thank you, baby. I love you. Hell yeah. That's fine. I'm not trying to get smacked. I still got to build your studio. I'm building out her storefront, bro. Like it's
that's fire.
Crazy. I love you. Thank you. Take your coat off, nigga. You ain't hot as hell. You making me hot.
Well, it was a little chilly in here earlier, and then I closed the window, and then it got hot. I got chilly, nigga, and I was sipping some liquor. So
yeah, nigga, I'm famous. Art.
What city during the tour surprised you the most? Like was just like
There was a couple actually,
Word?
because we would hit like random cities. Like it wasn't like major cities. It was like we played St. Catharines in Canada and Waterloo, like college towns and shit. And like we played Buffalo, and I'm trying to think. I feel like the most nuts shows we had was North Carolina. They went fucking crazy, bro. Okay. They went fucking nuts. And I was like, I mean, they was moshing to the slow songs and shit. I was like,
word.
Yeah, so definitely North Carolina. And it was the last date on the tour, and they just went fucking crazy. And Pittsburgh turned clean up. I'm not saying the other ones weren't turned up. I was just surprised by them. Because New York was fucking nuts.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah,
New York sounds wild.
It was dope, bro. We had a good ass time on tour, man. Like, I just love. I like, people talking about success, right? Like, what is successful to you? Like, all the money in the world. The thing that makes me the most comfortable and the most like enjoy and like me at my happiest is like performing on a stage full of people. That's all I want to do. I don't give a fuck. Like if I could play festivals for the rest of my life, I'll be in heaven. That's all I want to do. Just go on stage and fucking go nuts. Yeah. Because you can see my energy. I'm very much like
No, you're very much into it. You very much love what you do.
I love it.
The thing is, the difference is like you do a lot of your shit with passion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of motherfuckers just do it and then they try to be cool about it. But you got people like you that do shit because they love to do it.
And it's a fucking double-edged sword, bro, because it's like being a musician artist right now is fucking trash monetarily, right? Yeah. You gotta do. I mean, of course, there's obviously motherfuckers that it's like the 1% shit. Like, yeah, Beyonce and Drake are breaded, but the average artist who's like building his fan base and shit, that shit is trash because, like you said, it used to be if there was a certain amount of artists and then there was fans of the artist. But now everybody is an artist. Yeah. Everybody is like, instead of them promoting your shit, they're trying to promote their own shit. So they're not going to post your shit. And it's like, with the amount of money you make from streaming and whatnot, you got to be very creative around how you make money and shit. Like, brand partnership deals and touring and merch and shit. You can make a lot of money, but it's a lot harder than it used to be. You used to be able to sell albums for $10. Now it's like, music is free. So what the fuck you talking about? So it's like, it's hard where and I think it's gonna thin out a lot of the people who did it just for the bullshit.
Yeah.
But like for me, bro, if I never made another dollar on music, I'm still gonna drop 20 albums. I can't help it.
Yeah, because you love it.
An artist, bro. I have 100 songs coming out of my forehead every day. I have to make it,
and that's
I
your
have
form
to put
of
it out.
art.
Because like I get all that shit too, where be like people would be like, "Oh, you'd be so good if you did this or that," and they right. I probably make a lot more money doing the other things I'm good at, but I can't fucking help it, bro. I can't be like a host or I can't do nothing else. I'm compelled to be this goddamn artist.
You also got to think about it this way too, that like a lot of people when they're trying to be an artist, they're so worried about being so big, like, which that's great, that's the good end goal, but a lot of people don't like focus on the fans they do have.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying, and the fans that you do have are going to be the ones that make you rich or well off or make you some paper. Like, even if you got, you could have, let's say you got 50,000 followers.
Bro,
okay?
I cannot wait to respond to this.
All you need is, out of 50,000, all you need is what, 600 to subscribe into paying for whatever service you offer?
They not going to do it. It's a fucking nightmare.
You get what I'm saying?
50,000 followers means 50 tickets.
But that's better than none. If you cater to those 50.
But I'm just telling you, 1,000 equals 1 from internet to real life. Because the way I've been able to succeed is that, yes, I have like, my internet shit is whatever. Like, I don't have 1 million followers on that shit. But when it's time for me to sell tickets to a show, I sell them shits.
Right.
I know motherfuckers who have 1 million followers asking me for a ride home in L.A.
Yeah.
They like, yo, man, where you finna go? I'm like, where is your money, nigga? Like, you can get fame and be broke. You can I get it all the time. Like, we own a clothing brand called Friendship Club, and like the DM is always some artist. I got 3 million followers on TikTok. I'm gonna whoop-de-wop your shit. And a lot of that shit it's not a good reflection of success because, like I said, there's a dog on fucking Instagram that has 3 million followers. That don't mean anything.
He can't fucking pay me.
Or it's like you are, like I see people on TikTok or shit that they got like 6 million followers, but it's because they do a specific thing. They talk about this thing or they make this kind of funny joke. And if they don't do that, they don't give a fuck about it. That person will do this and that as like so many TikTokers will start. There'll be musicians and they're doing this funny thing to get followers, but it's like they're not following you for your music.
They follow you for that little
other thing
goofy
you
move you do, or that wig you put on,
and they don't translate.
I see that a lot because I see these random influencers that we know for funniness and shit. And then they drop music. And then
that
it's
shit's
just
quiet. You don't give a fuck about it. So
you
it's
niggas rapping now the whole time.
They was rapping before.
Niggas been rapping.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing. It's like I feel like, look, project what you want. I could easily be like doing some other shit and get a ton of followers, I can get a different following, but it's not going to translate to what's in my heart. And it's like I have to, even if I'm not going to become this big super artist, I don't give a fuck, man. This is who I am. It's what I got to do, bro. Like, it has to be that way. Yeah. Like, I'm not finna be motherfucking pop locking this shit on TikTok because that's not what I do.
Yeah. That's what I be big in, bro. Like, when it come to making my content, I'm not selling my soul in the sense of like, I'm not doing nothing because everybody else want to do that to get the instant fame. Like, bro, I'd rather just be myself and then wait on people to fuck with it or not.
Yeah.
Like, dead ass, bro.
There's artists,
I'll just wait and see if people fuck with it. If they don't fuck with it, then maybe they ain't the fuck wittable type.
The longer you do something, the more success you're going to have, period. No matter what. Like, there's artists that they don't blow until their like 6th album.
Yeah.
They're like David Bowie was like that. David Bowie's first hit wasn't till all the songs that he's known for and is iconic for, all his biggest hits now were before he blew up.
Really?
Yes, dog. Like, and there's a lot of artists like that. Like, you think that, and it'll be some dumbass song.
That's a big artist, though, so I'm saying, like,
Dog, telling you, like,
Yeah.
I'm a fuck, dude. I'm an almanac for all of this.
I know,
shit,
I
I'm
know,
a
but
fucking
like,
nerd. That's the other thing. I'm a student of what I love.
Yeah.
I'm not. I can tell you the year and range and key of every song I love and every artist. I can tell you where they from. Like
Yeah.
I really care about this shit, and that's another reason why I have the success that I have, because I choose to.
You engulfed yourself into
Exactly, and not act like I'm fucking cooler than nobody. I just want to
Yeah.
learn, bro. Like,
Yeah.
man, you should see me. I'd be like, for real? And then what?
Yeah. No, for real. That's the thing. Like, people don't understand. I talk about that all the time. I call that the Kobe method. Kobe Bryant studied every great.
He called Michael
the
Jordan every night,
Yeah.
asking this nigga everything, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
And Mike told him.
exactly,
And
because
niggas
Mike
don't.
respected that shit.
And
Like,
niggas wonder why we comparing Mike and Kobe Bryant.
Kobe said
Like,
that shit. Kobe was like, he's like, you can't compare me because there would be no me without him.
Yeah.
I learned everything from him.
Yeah.
And that shit was cold as fuck. And then that's a true thing, though. It's like,
Man, you can kind of compare them. The motherfucker's pretty damn close.
nigga, no.
Shit.
Shout out Kobe. I am from Chicago.
You born and raised Chicago?
Nigga. During the Jordan era,
Oh,
nigga,
shit.
I was like 13 when
Oh,
they were
word.
fucking, nigga.
Oh,
yes,
you know.
I'm a fucking Michael Jordan till I die. I don't hear none of that shit. No,
You think
because
you think Mike better
this
than
is the problem. This is why you can't compare Michael Jordan to nobody, because everybody niggas comparing Michael Jordan to are doing the things that Michael Jordan invented.
Okay.
He invented the move that they're comparing.
That's actually a fair argument, my nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
that's
they
fair.
like Kobe, LeBron, everybody, like they're doing things that Michael Jordan invented from his brain.
That's actually a fair argument. I ain't never, because I'm a huge Bron fan.
Where did
20
Michael
years
Jordan,
of my life.
Where did Michael Jordan learn
But facts.
this?
Right. No, yeah, fair. Well, some niggas was doing something.
Nigga.
You had
No.
We're not gonna go down that line. But there was
Nigga.
some niggas in the league did freaky shit. They had
Of
like a
course.
specific freaky thing.
Of course.
You feel me?
But
Like you had Pete
Michael
Maravich
Jordan,
do freaky passes.
I
You know,
agree.
you had niggas that did a specific freaky thing.
I'll tell you the difference.
Like
though.
Oscar Robinson had to back down.
Of
and
course.
They did
I am
this
not.
specific
I
shit.
am not disagreeing with you, but this is the fact.
Mhm.
Michael Jordan did not go, I'm going to take this guy's move. I'm going to do
No,
this
no,
move.
no, facts.
Michael
facts,
Jordan
facts.
said, I got to get the ball in that motherfucking
It was
hole.
like instinctive.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
Oh, he's about to block it. I'm going to change it in the middle of the air and figure this out, and it worked.
This nigga has been doing
Dog.
this argument for a long, because now this is well thought out.
It's
but
a fact.
It's
No,
factual.
It's not even thought out. It's just a fact.
It makes sense. It
So
makes
when
total
you
sense.
try to compare Michael Jordan to anyone, what did Michael Jordan get from someone else before him? And I'm
Yeah.
sure he has, right?
No,
There's
yeah.
a million amazing basketball players that came before Jordan.
to an extent.
But the difference between Michael Jordan and Mike Tyson is that they innovated the way the game was played.
Yeah,
and
no, yeah.
after they came out as the players in these games, people started to mimic.
Yeah.
What Michael Jordan has created from thin air is now a staple moves in.
Yeah.
The only other person I see was doing that was AI.
Yeah, with his dribbling and whatnot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
I know
it's
what you
like-
mean, yeah.
These people brought something new to the game that didn't exist before, and now is a normal.
It's normal
in the game.
because we practice. We literally start our
And
shit
like
to
I
practicing
said,
that.
no,
right.
no,
That's facts.
not to take away from the greatness of Kobe and the greatness of LeBron, but Kobe and LeBron became great because they learned what Michael
Yeah.
Jordan invented.
You literally cannot be an NBA shooting guard if you can't do a turnaround fadeaway. jump shot.
Exactly.
You
And
can't
who
That's what I'm supposed to. No, I get it. Like you can't though. You literally can't be in the NBA.
also
Like,
did they try to poison LeBron and Kobe Bryant, and then he still won a fucking championship game with the Utah Jazz?
hey,
No,
look,
they tried to kill
Mike
him.
was undoubtedly beyond
Nigga,
everybody he was
they
playing. in
tried
his years.
to poison Michael Jordan with pizza
Hey, because Mike was in that bag.
for the championship game, and what did he do? Game 6.
Mike,
Game 6.
Mike money was funny. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, bro, I'm just
Hey,
saying
now.
there was a different animal in Michael Jordan. He's
Oh,
not
100% though.
losing. That's it.
No,
The
that's
end.
that's fair.
Niggas
So,
gave up on him. Oh, let me stop talking about money.
No, you good.
I will fucking talk about this shit all day.
but that brings me to a question I was gonna ask you since you like born and raised in Chicago. Would you say that's your favorite, just all time Chicago memory in your lifetime?
That's a crazy question.
Yeah, because I have like
That is
I have
a
because you know like when you
crazy
go out of town and shit for a while, you start thinking of certain Chicago shit, or you see something that think about and it
Are
make you
you
think
asking
Chicago. Like what's just
personally or
personally-
just in general?
your
Chicago?
personal all like just your personal favorite Chicago memory? Because one of my favorite memories, so I'll share one of mine so
please,
you can
give me
see
an
where I'm
example,
going with
yes.
this. So one of my favorite Chicago memories was having an auntie who had a candy store in the basement, and she had these icy cups.
Definitely from Chicago.
So not the snowballs, nigga. Not the ones you put the syrup.
we had
The icy cups.
We
the
had
ones
the
you,
house candy store across the street.
you get what I'm saying? So that was one of my favorite memories was being able to get an icy cup, like a syrupy ass, like you peel the cup off the bitch. You get me? Like that was my favorite. That's one of my favorite Chicago memories. Just
That is
you feel me?
impossible thing to answer. I'm from the crib.
Just, all right, give
for
me. That's what
real.
I'm saying. Give me something that just like. That's when it's just something so Chicago that just makes.
Oh, it
you
has to
feel
be
like
a Chicago thing?
It's got to be something like just or something that took place here or takes place here. Like, but that's just my thing. That's just something
a
I know we
legal
do.
story?
A legal one. I mean, Jesus Christ. We can
from
all talk
Chicago.
about some of the
I'm from
wildest.
Chicago, bro. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can all talk about some of the dumb shit we've done. It's been our playground for years. But it's
Damn,
like,
bro, I can't even think. Like, it's too many things. I would say my personal favorite thing that I've experienced in Chicago was playing Lollapalooza.
okay,
That
see,
was
that's fire.
fucking bananas.
But that's the Chicago statement. It's
Yeah,
literally
'cause-
like
yeah.
Lala is only in Chicago.
And the fucked up part is like, because this is how success works. It never comes one at a time. It all comes in the same fucking day. It's like you would like, man, I wish I had one opportunity. And then when that opportunity comes, 4 of them come at the same time. You got to pick between one.
Yeah.
But they never. It's like couldn't be a week later.
Yeah.
I got booked to do Lollapalooza, and then at the same time, the same fucking weekend, I got booked to do a festival in Japan.
Jesus.
And I had to choose between fucking a festival in Japan and Lollapalooza. And of course, I'm
You
from
chose
the
the crib.
Bro, what?
Cause that shit is
That
way
shit was
more
painful,
up, nigga.
though. I'm
Nah.
like, this shit couldn't be a week later, bro.
Yeah, but that's like that's a dope ass memory, like to be able to do Lala
Bro, and when I did that shit,
Come on.
it was up. Niggas
and the
was
fam and everybody outside.
bro.
Nah, that's a tough memory.
That's definitely one of my favorite
That's a
moments,
tough
yeah.
memory.
Like on some normal Chicago shit, though.
I guess that could be from like the artist side, but like on some,
I was at the game when D Rose did his career game.
see, which one? Wait, which
When
one?
his career high.
As a rookie,
No, his career high, like points he's ever scored in a single game.
the 50-point game.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, word. No, that's fire.
Yeah, that was raw.
See, yeah, no, that's fire. Anything like that's what I'm saying. That's a Chicago fucking memory.
What else? Seeing Bad Brains. There's a lot.
No, yeah, ain't.
There's a lot of
Nah,
shit.
that's what I'm saying though, because our city only got certain shit that other cities don't got.
All right, I'll give
Because
you.
if you ever go to another city, you really realize like, damn, motherfuckers low key deprived of shit.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
fact.
like-
Especially the food, G.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Like, also, that's another one of my like, as being from Chicago, like one of the main things I love about our city that just resonates with me is the wide variety of pizza spots. Because
And
there's so
and
many that
pizza
slap.
styles.
That's what I'm saying. Pizza styles,
Pizza
pizza
puff.
spots, pizza puffs
Pizza puffs, nigga.
with mild sauce.
With
Some Chicago shit that niggas don't understand.
we just ate Harold's.
That's what I'm saying. We just ate Harold's, nigga. 6 wings, this shit still smoking. Niggas don't understand. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what, when I ask that, that's what I mean. Like, what you just fuck with from Chicago. Like, what you fuck with.
Have you ever had a Vice Lord burger?
That's crazy. No. Hey, yo.
I don't know
I
why
need
they
a-
call it this. I didn't. Maybe it's just.
I need a 5 burger, man.
No,
What we-
it's called a Vice Lord burger,
Vice
and
Lord burger.
it's good. Now, listen. Do not quote me on this. I could be totally wrong, bro. But growing up, you went to the gyro spot,
Yeah.
and you asked for a Vice Lord burger, and it was a cheeseburger with gyro meat and all the stuff, all the like lettuce and tomato and whatnot, and then it had mild sauce and like gyro sauce on it, and it was
That shit
Cracking.
sounds crazy.
I don't even know why it's called the Vice Lord Burger, but that's what it's called. And that was
Cause some
like
Vice
a
Lords probably made that shit up.
Probably.
I ain't gonna put it on you niggas, but if it was called, if y'all know y'all had a burger called the Vice Lord Burger, somebody jump in the comments and let me know which one of you Vice Lords.
And maybe I'm tweaking. Maybe I just got lied to. But I used to go to the gyro. I went to multiple gyro spots and be like, let me get a Vice Lord Burger, and they cook
and
that
niggas
shit
cook that shit.
Right
oh,
away.
then that shit is valid.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, nigga, then that shit valid. That shit probably do exist. I don't know if
does.
you could just go anywhere and say, hey, let me get a Vice Lord Burger today.
I'm just saying, nigga.
But nigga, hey, it probably did.
I don't know what it's called any otherwise.
Right. No, hey, somebody gonna let us know.
Burger or something?
Somebody in the comments. No, this is like some
Let me know if I'm tweaking.
This is like some deep Chicago mythology.
Let me know if I'm tweaking.
Who's heard the story of the great Vice Lord Burger?
Yeah,
Please.
give us, what's the historic background? How did it come?
How did somebody know? There's gonna always be some nigga that knows the knowledge of this shit to the deepest extent.
1967.
Yeah,
see,
that shit was back in the
nigga.
60s, man. The Vice Lords had it
After
on the
the Black Panthers were disbanded, niggas had to eat.
Nigga. Yeah, niggas always go. Chicago gangs always go back to after the Black Panthers and shit was disbanded, nigga.
That shit is accurate,
yeah,
though.
Niggas.
That's the number one thing that most people don't know. Like, whenever you see these fucking documentaries and shit, it's like almost every gang in Chicago was invented to fight the cops.
Yes.
Because they killed everyone else. So they're like, it was like, all right, we got Martin Luther King. He said, don't be violent.
Yeah.
They were like, all right, cool. And then they killed him. I'm like, what the fuck? And then Malcolm X was like, all right, protect yourself.
Yeah.
And stand up for what you believe in. And they're like, all right, cool. And then they killed him. And they're like, what the fuck? And then the Black Panthers was like, take care and police your own neighborhoods. And if they come over here, protect yourself. And they're like, kill all of them. And so now it's like, all right, motherfucker, you come over here now, we gonna kill you.
Yeah. Yeah. That Fred Hampton shit, they don't know. A lot of people don't even know about Fred Hampton being smoked here.
Bro,
like,
what? Yeah.
By CPD.
Yeah.
This shit is like real.
Yeah, and that's my thing. It's like people like to demonize and create these like stupid ass narratives about shit they don't know nothing about. It's like, dude, every organization was created for a reason, out of a necessity, and to sit here and just minimize it as just some dumb shit, it's like, no. That's why you hear Chicagoans always going back to the history, because it's like, no, this is real life. This is real knowledge. It's not just a bunch of niggas standing around. It's like,
people try to overlook the history of shit that took place here for real.
Because then they have to deal with the accountability of why it started. They don't want to say, why did y'all do this? Because you motherfuckers. No.
Yeah.
Don't bring that up. Nope. You're a bunch of fucking gang members, and that's it.
And honestly, like, when we talking about this, bro, this not long ago at all.
No, bro.
Like, our parents and shit was alive during the shit we talking about right now. Like, this shit is not, and was around, like.
Our parents were 20 years old, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Was like aware and conscious of shit. So it's like, gee, the closeness of, even the closeness of shit like Emmett Till. Like, bro, that shit is mad.
Yeah, people talk about it like, they talk about it like it's the same type of time as fucking Christopher Columbus. Nigga,
like,
this shit was last week.
That's what I be trying to explain. This is one lifetime beyond you, my nigga. Like, this is not that long ago. So a lot of people,
irritating, bro. Like, all these social issues, it bothers me because how do I say this without sounding nuts? You can't. I don't personally believe that. Let me be careful with what I'm saying, because basically I feel like there's got to be some different extreme actions to make things actually change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, we're kind of to the point of
by
like
the rules when nobody else is.
Yeah.
You playing in a game that nobody's following the rules and you the only one.
Yeah.
You're not going to
like,
make
it has
no
to be
change.
No, it is. It's going to have to be something drastic.
I kind of try to just shut the fuck up, and like, because if I can't do the thing that changes it, I'm just adding to noise.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. It's like, I don't.
You get outed and shit as the motherfucker.
Well, it's just more like all right.
You're that one motherfucker that wants to do this?
It's like being like, this shit happened. It's like, all right, do it. It's like, well, I can't do it.
I can't do it alone, motherfucker.
Then shut the fuck up, bro. That's my thing. It's like, if you ain't finna be outside really doing it, shut your ass up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's people can argue that point and
Of
shit.
course.
Like there's difference of opinions on most of it. But personally, I feel like unless I can do the actions that I believe are necessary,
Yeah.
I
You don't
can't
want to
have
be.
an
You
opinion.
don't want to be the one just hollering and not doing
I don't
shit.
want to have an
Right.
opinion
No, that
on
makes-
something that
that
I'm
makes
not
total
willing
sense.
to do.
Yeah.
You know
It
what
makes
I mean?
total sense. Like you want to be a man of your word and do
Yeah.
and act on your
And maybe
principles.
I'm just a crazy ass nigga, but it's like I have a child. I can't do the things that I want to do that I think will fix the problem
yeah.
because I have different responsibilities. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Exactly. A lot of people don't really understand that. And parenthood is great though.
It is.
Parenthood is
Shout out
as
to my
limiting as
son.
it is. Parenting is honestly a great thing, and we need more fathers out here to be great fathers.
Let's keep it real. Parenting is a secret joy that you can't express to anyone else that's
Yeah.
not a parent.
No one understands.
But the goddamn work that comes with it
It
is
comes. Oh yeah, it's work. But you know what? Look, I personally, because when I wanted to have my kid, and I asked my lady like, "Hey, you want to have this kid?" Blah blah blah. Like, I kind of just knew what time it was.
Yeah.
Like after having a single mom, fucking raised 3 boys,
Yeah.
I knew shit was gonna be hard.
Yeah.
But I
And it
had.
doesn't end up being as hard as you think.
But no, exactly. But where what the difference was is that I was to the point of I had enough confidence within myself that I could handle it. And I think that's where it comes down to as a man is like it's building the confidence to feel like you can handle it. But like you said, when you do have the kid, you realize it's a lot easier than you might have thought.
It is.
It gets hard,
Yeah.
but it a lot of it is a lot easier than you thought. If you really love it,
Yeah.
you want to do it.
When
as
my
a parent,
son
it's good.
was born, I was like, all right, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I was blessed to have a phenomenal father who's brilliant.
Mm.
And so I learned everything from him, and obviously I know I'm going to be able to pass that knowledge down. But when he was born, you still like, I never had a kid before. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. And then the day he was born, and they, cleaned him up, wrapped him up, and they gave him to me, I instantly knew right away.
You knew what to do.
Exactly.
It
Like,
was just-
I just knew, like,
Yeah.
I knew how to hold him. I knew what the
Yep.
fuck time. I was like, nope,
Yep.
I got this.
Yep.
And you just knew right
Yep.
away. And that was such a amazing feeling. But I didn't have that, like, people talk about like when you have a child, like that instant connection.
Mm.
Mine wasn't instant like that. My son, it was like I loved him right away,
Yeah.
and I knew he was my son, and that I was gonna take care of him the rest of my life. But I didn't know him, and I
Yeah.
was just kind of like, and over time, there's our bond. Like I feel
Yeah.
like with the mom, it's like an instant thing, and with
it's what it came literally out.
yeah,
of the-
exactly,
you
and
know.
I feel that. And I'm just saying, but for
So we
for-
can't measure
for
that. You feel me?
fathers, you think
Yeah.
that there's this like big explosion. It's like no, it's like it's more like all right, you and I know what's up. You and
Yeah.
me, we got this
Yeah.
going, and we're gonna do this, and then you just grow and learn, and your bond gets stronger. And
You know
stronger.
what? I
yeah.
think like you saw my daughter. She's 2.
Yeah.
I think it becomes a bond when they start realizing, like, daddy does this.
Yeah.
So like me leaving the house, my baby starts saying bye and gives me a kiss to leave.
Yeah.
She knows like daddy's going somewhere to do
Yeah,
something.
Be back. Yeah.
You get me? She's like, the daddy has a purpose. You get
Yeah.
me? Like, she knows that now. And, like, me just knowing she recognizes that I'm doing things,
Yeah.
that allows me to build a connection with her because it's like she's thinking of me. So I'm in her thought process now.
Yeah.
I'm embedded in her thought process. She knows I'm leaving, so that means she may think of me when I'm gone, or and she might not expect when I come back. So when I come back, it's exciting now. You get what I'm saying? So when I do come back, she turns and she runs to me.
Yeah.
She hugs me or whatever it may
Which
be.
is the best.
Which is dope as fuck. But it's like, so it makes it worth it. Or like when we go out to eat now, she knows like, hey, daddy's taking us out to eat. So she knows, she literally, I can just tell she knows.
That's dope.
She just knows, so she has
It's so many unexplainable things
exactly.
that you see.
It's
And
so
it's
much.
funny, like you see when you don't have a kid, you see parents talking about, my son did this. It's crazy. Da, da, da. Isn't that nuts? And like once you have a kid, you realize how nuts that it actually is.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's just unexplainable because no matter how much you try to be like, this is amazing, it's like he's just like making noise with his mouth.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you don't understand. He wasn't making nothing yesterday, bro.
Yeah, like
It's
they don't.
crazy.
Bro, I get so excited. I heard her fucking sing along to a song. We're talking about the iPad kid shit.
Yeah.
I heard her sing along to a song and she said one word. And it was just like Cause it was like wheels on the bus all through the town, and she said town,
You're like,
and I lost my shit.
Yeah.
I was like, "You're fucking talking,
Yeah,
let's go!"
exactly.
Like I was so geeked, but I'm like, bro, she's so aware.
Yeah.
But it also made me realize she's really aware.
Yeah.
So, now you got to be more careful.
Oh man.
Like, she's
Wait till they're 7.
She's overly aware now. So
Yeah.
it's like, man, it's definitely a human experience that like.
It's
Yeah,
very humbling.
It's amazing, bro. It's just amazing.
It's very humbling
Yeah.
because it changed. I can definitely say the biggest thing of being a father that changed me was it refocused my purpose. It really lets you know who you are as a person, right?
Yeah.
What type of person are you? I was like, I don't know what, regardless of money or success or anything, I'm like, my son ain't riding the motherfucking bus. It's
Right.
not happening.
Yeah.
And it's not about based on how much money I make or how much, success I have. I don't care. It's not happening.
I did that shit.
Yeah.
And that shit wasn't always fun.
Yeah, fuck that. You know what I mean? So you just know, like, okay,
Yeah.
what do I have to do what I need to make sure this kid doesn't have to go through these things?
Because you don't want it. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
It rewires you.
It rewires you for real.
Yeah.
And like, children will fucking give you the battery on your back for real. I'm like, this motherfucker got to eat every day.
Yeah.
My ass got to get outside and get it done. Ain't no chilling. Ain't no day off.
Yeah.
He needs clothes. He needs
And they
food.
literally get hungrier. Yeah,
Bro,
no.
my son is 7 and he is maxing through my fridge, bro.
No,
I'm
word.
terrified when he
They
becomes
get
a
hungry.
teenager, bro. I'm
I
like,
swear.
bro, you about to better monetize your TikTok,
Every
man.
day, my daughter's saying chips every 2 minutes. I'm like, bro. She's like, chips.
My
chips.
son is in full-blown chicken nugget phase.
Yeah.
He don't want to eat nothing but chicken nuggets
Oh,
all
word.
day. Like, it be like that. They
And
grow
kids
out of
are
it and
such
shit.
picky eaters too. That's the thing. Like my kid wanted to eat noodles 1 week, just noodles.
Yeah, but you know what? You gotta be careful with that shit. If you recall being a child,
I know.
there was no mom. Can I have? It was like dinner's ready.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. It was.
Whatever's on the plate is
Yeah.
what you eating.
Well, see, when she's like this young and can't like talk.
You think.
Well, yeah,
You
you're
think.
right. You're right. You're right.
I was on the same shit.
No, you're right.
Now
They
my
are
son
smarter
be
than
like,
they.
my son be like, Dad. And my son is funny as hell because he finesses. He's
Yeah.
not bad at all. He doesn't
Right.
talk back and none of that shit. You'll be like, all right, you got to eat the eggs. He'll be like, well, if I eat just this one, can I also have this? And he just finesses you.
Trying to
nonstop.
see what he
Like,
can squeeze in there.
Can I get some V-Bucks if I finish my meal? Because you are so good. I'm like, no, nigga, eat the food.
Yeah, that nigga getting smart.
Dude, if the minute you give them options, they're gonna utilize
Yeah,
them
no, facts.
and ask
facts.
for more.
That's facts. That's facts. Because if it ain't shit else, you ain't. I remember my mama saying that shit. You better go make you a sandwich. I don't want a sandwich, but your ass ain't hungry.
Exactly. Oh, dude, my son always does that shit where he'll be like, I'm hungry, because he wants like chips or some sugary thing. I'm like, all right, cool, you can have this broccoli. He'd be like, I'm not hungry. I'm like, yeah, your ass ain't hungry.
Yeah,
Nigga.
you ain't hungry. You just wanted to
You
snack
want
on some
finesse.
shit. Oh man, so oh man, love kids. So I could talk about kids for all day. So don't do this to me on
Not
my
the kid podcast.
But
I'm
what
hard, nigga.
right, I'm still gangster, nigga. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Nigga get but what do we got next coming up for Hope, man? What's the biggest thing?
So
what we
I
trying to do?
just dropped my new album, Original Crazy. It came out October 20th. Please stream that shit because it's fire.
Let's stream it.
I produced the whole shit.
You produced the whole fucking thing?
Yeah. Well, yes. So when I say I produced the whole thing, I made every song, wrote every song, and then I would
Worked
go
on
work
every song.
with
Right,
someone,
right.
who
Okay.
like my
No,
man.
so you definitely produced it.
Twin Shadow definitely produced on the record. My cousin Mano produced on the record. Mike Posner produced on the record. Like a lot of people will contribute to the song, but the song already existed and we made it the best it is. So but I wrote and composed, I do make all my own beats and shit. So yeah, the album is my favorite album that I've done. Obviously, it's my new one, so of course I'm gonna say that. But I genuinely feel it's the best work I've ever done, and it's been doing really well. People have been loving it and shit. I get a lot of positive reaction to it. So, and I've been playing shows because of it. So
Yeah, no,
you
that's
know what I
fire.
mean. So the new album just dropped. I'm going on tour more. Doing shows in major cities. I'm doing spot date shows. Friendship Club just we just revamped Friendship Club, so we're about to drop new collection with Friendship Club. We are building Alexandria Will's brand to become like one of the dopest like leather working and design brands in the game. We just have a lot going on. Like for me, it's never. If you notice, I don't know if you have, but if you notice, and the minute I stop doing one thing, there's the next thing is announced like the next day.
Yeah.
Like as soon as we dropped and finished our collection in Paris with Friendship Club, like the following week we announced the new song. So right now I'm doing all album stuff. I'm just trying to get the video shot,
keeping the content
just keep
rolling.
the content rolling because I really, really, really care about this album. Like it's my best work, and it's telling the story of what's been going on with me in the last 5 years of my life, and it's really honest and raw and real. And I think that some of the things that I'm spitting on this album are what helped me get through my things, and I feel like that they'll resonate with other people. You know what I mean? I like when people give me their perspective on the album and shit. Like I went through a lot of fucking shit this past 4 years. Like I was signed to Kanye. I was like
really,
yeah, I was all over the place, and a lot of things that I thought were lifelong things that were gonna stay forever ended up not. Like this nigga Kanye left me fucking hanging.
Word.
Like I thought when I signed with him, I moved to LA, and I'm thinking it's finna be lit, and then that nigga evaporated, left me hanging. So I started doing pull-ups, bro. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not finna stop. Like I was thinking that, you get shown a like idea of what they're selling you. They're saying, hey, this is about to be this way. And of course you believe in it, and then you start to fantasize of what's going to happen and whatnot. So I thought my, signing with Ye, I was going to have this different, change, or that there was going to be support or love or creation or work. And it was just like, it was a cardboard fucking cutout. You go through the door and you're like, what the fuck? Why are these niggas leaving me hanging? And instead of me just being salty and like giving up or being, people will go through a traumatic thing, and then that's the reason
they start
why
blaming
they
niggas.
Yeah,
I hate a blaming nigga ass nigga, bro.
Never.
With your blaming niggas asshole.
I was disappointed because I'm like, damn, bro, we could have made some incredible
Yeah, you could be disappointed for sure.
But I'm not finna stop.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, nigga,
you
not
don't
finna show up
dictate
for
what
me?
the fuck I do, nigga. Yeah.
We were on Good Music Def Jam, and I was just like, shout out to some of the people at Good Music who really tried and shit. But it's like, you sign into this fucking label that's known for Ye and known for like this creative, amazing shit, and then they don't do none of it with you or none of it for you, or there's no support. Like I didn't even ask for bread. It was just like, nigga, what?
Yeah,
act
nigga.
like you know me,
Yeah,
nigga.
nigga.
That's all. Like all I needed was for you to act like you knew who I was to the public. We talking you and me, but then you running around with all these other niggas and shit, and I'm signing you, and it was disappointing. But I was like, all right, I could bitch about it, run to the internet and diss and all this and that. But that's corny. Like, and at the end of the day, even though I'm disappointed in the actions, that's still my nigga, and I'm not finna shit on him or nothing like that because I'm mad about this thing. You never know what happens in life. Niggas fall out with each other all the time and then get back together and whatnot. So I was never finna like down, diss or nothing like that. But instead, I'm like, all right, so what do I got to do? Yeah. I'm not finna just sit here and take a L. So I would just go straight to Def Jam, the parent company, and be like, this the album date, this is when it's coming out, you know what I mean? And I just took over and kept moving. It's like, just keep moving forward and creating. And thank God now, I'm 3 albums now, right? Yeah. I could have tweaked out about it and only put out that one album and be like, well, no, man, these niggas fronted. It's like, no, bro, you like, people are gonna disappoint you.
Yeah.
But what you can do is you just keep fucking moving forward, and that's it. Like you can dwell on it, but it doesn't get you nothing. Bitching and complaining and being right. You could be genuinely
But
like
that
you can genuinely get treated badly or get fronted on or whatever, and that's a good reason to stop. Mm-hmm. But you got to choose if you're gonna stop or not.
Yeah,
I just can't.
Yeah, if it's got to be it. But I also not a fan of people letting other people dictate their success.
Yeah.
Like you can so if you quit because someone's then I'm just kind of like like you just gave up because you thought like someone gave you an opportunity and then they bullshit it. Like if you quit, it's just like, damn, you ain't really want it then.
You can get. I mean,
Like,
there's
you ain't
always,
really want it.
if you work hard, there's always going to be opportunities,
Yeah.
and there's always going to be failed opportunities or opportunities that you think are opportunities, and they end up not being and shit like that. Right? There's people will make a declaration to you, and at that time, they think that they'll stand true to that. And
Yeah.
then when the time comes, things happen and
Something
things
else
change and
changed.
shit.
Yeah.
And the more successful you are, the less you got to deal with the consequences of it. So you be like, he'll be all right. You know what I mean? Now, it's up to me or it's up to the artist to go, all right, so are you going to just take this L or are you going to fucking jump back up and keep it moving? And that's my thing is like I just kept it moving. But it's just like, God damn, bro, every step of the way you think that, all right, maybe this one will be smooth. Nope. Everything is hard. Everything is hard work. But what type of hard do you want to do? Do you want to do the hard work of working all night long to get this thing done that you love? Or do you want to work hard by once the doors close, you got to go clean the bathroom and mop the floor and all that shit? It doesn't stop being hard. But what type of hard do you want?
Pick your fucking battles, buddy.
Pick your hard for
Yeah,
real.
for
Like,
real.
like, dog, you can get an easy job, but you're gonna have to get treated like an asshole by the boss, or you're gonna have to do grunt work, or you don't have to you can't get off work to go to your auntie's wedding or some shit. You know what I mean? Like no matter what, you're gonna deal with some sort of hardship. But at least my hardship, I get to choose when I deal with it.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah. That's facts, man. Hope, man, we appreciate you coming through the session,
Hell
man.
Yeah, dog. This was
Been a
amazing.
pleasure, man. Thank you for dropping all the gems. We're going to get all the
I'm
Instagram.